Hey there, this is Shandra, and I'm one of the core facilitators, and I wanted to speak to you specifically about why do the Compassion Cultivation Training, or the CCT. Like, why even go to try to get more compassion, or what's even the purpose of it? And so I wanted to share a bit about my own experience. I took the CCT last year and the 8-week course last year, and specifically some of the biggest things that I got out of it was, one, a lot of self-compassion. Self-compassion is something I've definitely struggled with for most of my life and really been trying to work on the past 10 years. It's like I've done workshop after workshop. I have definitely seen and realized the impact of me being a perfectionist and me holding myself to high expectations and the impact of me being so harsh or critical of myself. And it's something I really struggled with. And self-compassion is probably one of the hardest things for me. Finding empathy or compassion for anyone else is much easier than it is directing it inwards towards myself. So that was a big thing that I got, where at the CCT, I feel like I got to deepen 10 layers in self-compassion, where it became easier for me to meet myself with compassion for the things that I judged as bad or wrong or something to be ashamed of. It was kind of like I finally got to meet that with some kindness and with some love instead of as much judgment or criticism or harshness. And it's something that has continued to stay with me since the course, where it's like my natural reaction might be a bit of harshness at first, but then it's like I can go to self-compassion then so much more quickly than I was ever able to. And that is something I'm so grateful for, and honestly something I've been trying to find for 10 years. So that was a huge breakthrough for me. And then the other big thing I got from the CCT was an ability to better be with the difficult people in my life and to be less triggered, to get less pissed off, to be less judgmental, and to come with them and to be with them with a more open heart and more openness and more love and kindness. And not at the cost of forsaking my own pain or ignoring it or shoving it down, but actually giving myself compassion as well as them. And with healthy boundaries too. And so that was a really big deal for me to learn what healthy compassion looks like, and to be able to utilize that with the difficult people in my life that I wasn't able to shove or push out of my life, even if I would have wanted to. And I think that was the other big thing, is when I would get so triggered and upset with the difficult people in my life, it's like all I wanted to do was run away, to either numb out and pretend like it was all fine, to punish them and make them wrong or bad, or make them feel just as crappy as they made me feel. Or I would, not even want to engage with them, completely avoid them at all costs. And this is people that you can't necessarily avoid, like family or coworkers or friends or other people in my life. So that was a really big deal for me to actually be able to deal with those difficult people. And there have been some huge breakthroughs in my life as a result of that. My relationship with my sister's best friend has significantly improved, and something I had been hoping for 8 years and working on for 8 years because of the CCT. And my relationship with my mom and my sister has gotten so much closer and so much deeper and so much better. And a big piece of that as well is because of the CCT. So if you could benefit from more self-compassion in your life and treating yourself with more loving kindness, and if you would love some support in how do you deal with the difficult people in your life, how do you show up not as triggered or get as triggered as easily, or even how do you be with their suffering so it doesn't as overwhelm you or impact you as much, then this course is for you. Again, how do you actually find healthy compassion? Not compassion or empathy that burns you out, where you take on another person's suffering, but what does healthy compassion look like? With boundaries, with openness, and with compassion that actually leaves you feeling connected and lifted up instead of depleted and overwhelmed. So if any of that interests you, I highly, highly recommend it. Plus, it's being taught by Britta and Lee, which is who I consider to be two of the best facilitators in the world. So with amazing content, with free meditations that you get to use the rest of your life, and with two amazing facilitators, it's for me, this is a no-brainer. So hopefully you join, hopefully you get as much out of it as I did. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message Core, to message me. We're happy to answer any questions that you have, and hope to see you there. Thank you so much. Bye.